It's past that time at 5:15 on December 17th.
If you work here.
I will call the meeting to order.
I was like, oh.
Ashley, will you roll call?
Lindbergh?
Here.
Nippert?
Here.
Shaven?
Here.
Kroger?
Here.
Kelly?
Here.
Peterson?
Here.
Thank you.
We've all received the agenda. I don't think there's any changes, adding, subtracting.
Unless he's not coming. but-
Yeah, I guess we don't know. He might be.
Yeah, I made contact, he didn't answer, left a voice message if he was to be showing up here for a quicker call back and let us know.
All right. I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Shaven, second by Lindbergh.
Roll call Lindbergh?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any conflicts, state them now or along the way.
I have one. Ashley, I will abstain from 4A, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Next, we have the consent agenda, and these are all by one motion and one roll call. We have the minutes of the December 3rd council meeting, the December 9th special council meeting, the December 13th special council meeting. We also have claims list 1328 in the amount of $339,949.73. We all got a list of the higher amounts. Anybody questions? Reach out to Ashley or anybody. No? Okay. Expenditure revenue reports for the month of November of 2024. HMU sewer and landfill reconciliation report of November of 24. Sheriff's statistical report for November of 24. A new fire department member, Kyle Nelson,
He was voted on last night.
last night.
Yeah.
Great.
So over the last few months, we've had about 4 increased members in our roster.
So where are you at now, Roger? As far as
We're right around 30.
30?
Mhm.
Okay, great. Renewal application for Cyclone Lanes Class C alcohol license. Motion for the consent agenda.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Nibbert, second by Shaven.
Roll call Lindbergh?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item 3, you can either skip over that for now and see if he shows up,
That works.
okay? We'll move on to other business. A is review the 2025 solid waste and recyclables hauler licenses. Everybody have a chance to look at those?
Yeah.
Is there a motion
See if he was-
to approve the 2025 solid waste and recyclable haulers licenses?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Peterson, second by Lindbergh.
Roll call Lindbergh?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
Thank you.
With Kroger abstaining.
Yep.
B is review and approve Harlan Bridge inspection agreement with Kirkham and Michael. I don't even know why we have to do this. How do you inspect brand new bridges? Hopefully we pass.
So it's the North 7th Street Bridge and the Exchange Street Bridge.
Okay,
It's on a 24-month inspection cycle. After this year, North 7th Street Bridge becomes eligible for an extended 48-month frequency. And then only structures greater than 20 feet in length are included in the National Bridge Inventory and require inspection.
okay. All right, well,
Gonna make 4th Street exempt then?
yeah, it's not big enough then.
That's not good.
Okay, is there a motion to approve that agreement, Kirkham and Michael?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Peterson.
Roll call Lindbergh?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
Thank you.
And under C, we have Resolution 2590, appreciation of years of service for 2 members of our city team. Kelly Miller, 10 years, and her partner in crime, Tim Miller, for 15 years.
Nice.
Longevity.
Appreciative. So a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Shaven, second by Kroger.
Roll call Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next, we need to receive and file the airport commission meeting minutes from December 10th, 2024.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
And then out of that meeting, we have a review and approve the FAA Airport Improvement Program, AIP, pre-application.
So it's a yearly report that needs to be submitted by December 20th.
Couple days to spare.
All days to spare.
Okay. Assuming it's all
Any
finalized.
questions about that? Did you motion? Okay.
Yes, correct. Sorry, it's a motion. Sorry.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Shaven.
Roll call Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
Then we need to receive and file personnel and finance committee meeting minutes from December 11th, 2024.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Shaven.
Roll call Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
And then out of that, we have approved contacting a bidding consortium regarding the bidding process for a new ladder truck. Is that-
Roger, want to take the hot seat?
got the-
I can.
Sure,
I will
take
the
it away.
I will. Okay, as I presented at our budget workshop, putting a price together to replace our ladder truck with a 100-foot mid-mount tower. We come in a price of $2,279,737. Then, by getting the proposal put together, Reliant Fire Apparatus, Pierce Fire Manufacturing, if we paid 100% upfront, we would save $340,807. And we talked about that with our bonding attorney, and we knew that we didn't have that kind of money to be able to pay up front. So I went back and worked with Reliant and asked, what would it look like if we were to pay in full a year after we signed the contract? And instead of saving the $340,807, we would save $250,456. So it would cost us about $90,000 to have it financed for that 1 year. If we did not pay it off until we took delivery of the truck, we would pay the full $2,277,737. But if we paid it off a year from the time we signed the contract, it would bring that price down to $2,027,281. So $250,000 off if we were to pay in full a year from now. Last night I had the opportunity to give some of you a tour at the station and describe our equipment, how it works and what it's used for. Kyle's been around fire service enough. I think you have a pretty good handle of what we're talking about. I think you were the only one that wasn't there, able to make it. Is there any questions I can ask for you? Anything that you may have rolling through your mind, what you may be thinking about the truck? The current truck we have is a 94. I did some research, and on an average, that truck will roll out of the station and go on a call about 60 times a year. The total number of calls that we have range right around 150 or so. And so that's about how many times that truck will go out. It responds to all the structure fires that we have within our community. Within our county, we have an agreement with all the small communities if they have a downtown fire and a downtown structure fire on Main Street, that our ladder truck, our aerial apparatus will be mutual aided to their community to help save their downtown. We have been mutual aided outside of our county. We've, Exira comes to mind. If you remember the downtown fire they had in Exira, it was pretty significant. They had lost a couple major structures. I think there were probably 10 departments that were there. 2 of the departments had ladder trucks. It was us in Atlantic. So when we live in rural southwest Iowa, what our community, what our citizens have to choose from is basically the county seats. We have Harlan, we have Atlantic, we have Carroll, we have Denison, we have Red Oak, and then obviously Council Bluffs. So that's about what we have to choose from when we need that type of a fire apparatus. And we have a lot of our small communities that, you know, they're doing everything they can to keep their communities afloat. Their budgets are tight, and they want to save their downtowns, and we're here to help them. So, but it's us operating in 1994. It's time that it gets replaced. Every year, our maintenance costs continues to rise on that truck.
Roger, the dollar amounts you were talking about earlier, does that take into consideration any resale value on the current truck?
That does not take any consideration of the resale value. It does, the fee for our bidding consortium is included in this. So I was mistaken when I said we would save some money when we go through. I use the term HGAC. We also have a term called Sourcewell, 2 different companies. Pierce Manufacturing works a lot more with Sourcewell. They prefer that as a vendor because they use them probably 4 times as much as they do HGAC. It's a much easier process going through Sourcewell. The fees to us are the same. When we bought our engine in '21, I mentioned that we saved $49,000 on that. After doing more research, when you get into something like this, a mid-mount 100-foot tower, there's no savings. It just takes the bidding process and takes it out of the hands of the city employees. So the question was, with our sales rep being my assistant chief, if there was a conflict of interest, and by going through this consortium, you take all of that out of the mix, because we are actually going through that bidding consortium and buying it. They are turning around and using Pierce Manufacturing as their vendor. So we are the buying customer, Pierce Manufacturing is the vendor. So.
But they put it out, bids for every manufacturer, correct?
Yes, they do.
Actually, we talked about bonding for this. Is that, wasn't it like 2028 we talked about doing that?
Mhm.
With our,
With John Burmeister at
so
PFM.
does that mean we're gonna change that?
I would not recommend it. We'll probably have to reach back out to him, because he had it
Right.
set up so the tax rate didn't go up.
That's what I was gonna check. I was trying to pull up that email that showed that detailed bonding schedule that we had. Do you remember what day roughly that was that John provided, Burmeister? Was that who it was?
Like the 1st of December. So the trick would be whatever projects we had listed in the 3 prior years, whatever you deem to be a priority. Another challenge is, you said don't get possession for 4 years roughly.
4 years.
4-year
It's-
build time, right?
It's 46 to 48 months build time.
So I think that was one of the main considering factors of having that be your
Right.
larger one in 28, and you'd have more debt capacity per se, out farther.
Yeah, because debt will be dropping off.
Did it come from you, Ashley?
I think it came from Gene.
Yeah, it came from Gene.
I have a breakdown from you, but I don't know.
So I guess then, does that mean, because you're looking for action tonight on this, correct?
Well, this price is good through December 31st of '24. Just like everything else, come the first of the year, there'll be a price increase. And when you're talking this kind of money, when they do a 3% increase, I don't know what it'll be a lot.
And it's, you don't have to put any money down until you take possession technically.
If we don't want to put any money down, we don't have to put money down until we take delivery in 48 months. But we'll spend $250,000 more.
Well, plus increases.
No,
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 we're
we're
locked
locked in.
Yeah, no, that.
We are locked in. Once we sign this contract, we are locked in. That is our price.
So the bidding, if we enter into this bidding consortium, the bid won't change, is that correct?
Right, but we would have to sign the contract with Reliant Fire Apparatus before December 31st.
So that's a separate item,
No,
because this is just talking about the bidding consortium, but
but once we go in, we're actually going through the consortium, Sourcewell, and purchasing the truck through them.
so we could, to get this right, I guess we could sign it, still bond for it in 3 years, because we're not gonna get it for 4, and pay it off in 3 years, and we still get a discount if we paid it off in 3, or we check in 3
The
years.
longer you wait, the less discount you get.
Right,
So the first year, it's costing us $90,000 in finances because we're not paying 100% upfront.
So what's that, 250,000 minus 180,000 if we pay it off in 3 years?
Here it is, okay, this one before. Yeah, because currently, I mean, in discussion reference to that, the fiscal year 27-28 is where John had it drawn up for proposed series in referencing to Harlan fire truck ladder in the amount of the $2 million. Troy, you're probably able to explain the number a little bit better than I am, but as far as in reference to see when we discussed in that P&F meeting, the lighting project, also Harlan fire truck, current, it's showing the existing general obligation debt, showing paying down in his fiscal mind, placed it to be best, placed it in fiscal year 27 and 28 for the bond, correct? Okay.
So it keeps our debt service the
Correct, yeah,
same
because-
levy, whatever.
Being the higher, in the, what he shows it at 2.6, or 2,065,000 here.
So we could, for if you really wanted to, you could pay for it now. You just make the citizens pay a higher tax levy to pay for it now. Where the way they have, where you did the debt schedule there, but we're trying to keep the debt service flat over the next 4 years, so it's the same levy to our tax in the community, right? So that doesn't change, and that's why you got debt coming off,
Correct.
new debt coming on.
Because our general obligation shows now that current tax rate per thousand is $2.40, and if we were to add that into the current tax debt ratio, it would go up to $2.72 if we were to add that. So 32-cent increase in reference.
So we're trying to keep it flat.
Tax levy and
240.
tax rate impact, where he figured it would be best to propose it in the fiscal year 27-28. Our current tax, I mean, you know, the question comes to mind, I mean, you're the finance director, I mean, not to call it out, but I mean, I'm sure that money tied up into other general obligations as we speak right now, correct?
Yeah, we don't have that much in the general fund.
So we would be looking to say if we're going to go forward with this or allow, I mean, we've already approved him to do the bid. Have you heard anything from Sourcewell yet? I know.
No, that's the motion.
That's
I'm
going-
making
we're going
right
through
now.
those.
The motion on the PNF to take it to full council, correct? So we would be giving him the blessing to go out to bidding, which we don't have an active account with HGAC, we'll utilize Sourcewell now, and then you'll be able to come back with us with more prominent numbers, correct? As far
These
as-
are the numbers. This,
The number, that's the same through, okay.
yes, these are the numbers that it would be.
He wants the approval to enter into a contract with Sourcewell to purchase the fire truck. My interpretation, that's what
Yes.
we're doing tonight.
And if you were, say we're to wait until 28, with the price increases, you're gonna pay more than what we're paying if we don't pay up front. You know, we're gonna save $250,000 by paying a year from now. Or if we paid it 100% now, we would save $340,000. If you wait till 2028, the price of this apparatus, as it's spec'd out today, you're gonna pay more than that.
And with this being critical infrastructure, it does not have to go to public vote. Right. Correct. So,
But it's still gonna increase the levy.
Correct.
Which is not really what we wanna do. Right? That's where I'm stuck.
so, yeah, the discussion comes
I
to
mean,
the
we can
table.
save 240,000, or we just wait and not raise it. Because the contract's just gonna get it started,
Yeah.
but we don't have to pay for it until,
The point I'm trying to make, Sharon, is if we went into the contract now and we didn't take advantage of the savings by paying upfront, we would pay this $2,279,737. Say we wait until the year 2028, and the same thing is sitting in front of us, and we pay 100% upfront, we are gonna pay more, because the cost of that fire apparatus is gonna go more. Even though you deduct the savings at that time, you're gonna be paying more than $340,000.
I thought you had reached out and told us that we wouldn't be subject, if we locked into it now, we wouldn't be subject to the price increase.
No, but if we locked into it now, and we don't take advantage of the prepay option and saving that, and just say we're gonna pay for it at delivery,
We'll pay the full 2.2.
yeah. But if you try to do the same thing 4 years from now, the cost of the fire apparatus is gonna increase more than that $340,000.
They were kind of like 2.7 or something.
I don't have those
Maybe.
numbers. And
Be for like-
nobody's gonna be able to give me those numbers because nobody will know how much it's gonna increase over the next 4 years. When COVID,
By like the motors and the chassis companies that they do their increases.
when COVID came around,
Raise their prices.
inflation just went through the roof. It's starting to level back out. And it's not the Pierce Manufacturing that's doing the increases, it's where they're getting their raw materials from to be able to manufacture.
Did John figure that up on a 20-year? Is that what they- like a 5?
20 years of paying it off.
That's sort of 5% or because he has sports items and products obviously in the first lineup in the 26, 27 range. I guess, do we pay, you know, even if we were to make adjustments to that, I mean, we had to get Mr. Burmeister back in here to obviously do a whole new projection of tax levies and tax rate impact of this, correct?
Mhm.
And is there a fee associated with that?
We pay a
Pay
yearly.
a fee, so, okay.
You probably wouldn't change your payment terms anyway.
Yeah,
He's
I
been
mean,
on
correct,
some-
it would just basically be moving that up. I'm just curious if we had more, if we were to say, okay, you know, it's the cost of doing business, obviously we can't afford to fiscally write the check now, so we obviously know that we're gonna lose some of the savings. But, you know, if we wait and pay for it full delivery, I mean, we're paying the full price, or if it can be bonded in the 26, 27 range. But also keeping tax levy at bay as well too, I mean, and taxes within reason.
Well, I think that's why he kept it at 27, 28, because that's when we'll have debt falling off, so that's why it would be
So,
a.
okay, the general obligation, all right.
You have more debt falling off, so you can do the 20-year term without impacting it. So you gotta be careful, just because you want to change it, bring it up further, you're probably gonna increase your tax levy, because you still want to have the 20-year push out. You still got more debt that's still on there, right? You're not relieving enough debt to push everything back off further out 20 years, so that's why we pushed it out further, because all the other debt we got pretty much coming off is offsetting what we want to add in 28. There might be an idea where other projects may change, you might be able to use some of the bond from prior years potentially to make a payment on, so all you're looking for is a prepayment discount, really. And then you probably want to look at what you're paying for that payment and what you're actually earning on your money to see which one's
The cost effective, correct?
yeah, which way you come out ahead. And she's gonna tell you, we don't sit and flip, you know, we have cash to operate the city,
But it has
not to go
obligations.
make massive bond payments to make down payments on stuff.
Okay.
Anybody else? Is there a motion to approve the contacting the bidding consortium regarding the bidding process for the ladder truck?
I move.
Second.
Motion by Shaven, second by Peterson.
We'll call Lindberg,
Aye.
Nipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
Will's on it, forward.
What we have?
Okay, so I'm gonna make contact with them and we'll have the contract in hand. Then I guess I wanna be clear what we have the authority to do that.
I think, well, I mean, we gave the general consensus, obviously, to get the bid, or not to bid, from Sourcewell to come. Is that not, I mean, that's.
But I have, what I have here on paper is the price.
Okay,
So,
Is that the contract?
The contract's gonna include whether we want the prepay option
yes,
or not.
and
So that's what he needs to know.
that's what I need to know. Once I have the contract, which I have. No, it's in here.
So just
Here's the purchase agreement, right here. So it would be, basically, I need to know, are we going to have the purchase agreement signed? And we're going to lock in our price and take delivery of this fire apparatus in 48 months? Is that what we're doing?
we don't,
Because I have it
Don't we
right
have
here,
to
the
reach
signature
out
one.
to Sourcewell?
Huh?
Don't you have to reach out to Sourcewell first?
What, our vendor does all the legwork. The vendor has already done that. So what I have here for this proposal is working through Sourcewell.
was that proposed, that wasn't given to us, though, the contract?
That's not,
So we just
we
approve
haven't
something that's
received
already
that from
done?
Sourcewell.
Okay. I'm confused.
Like that shouldn't, we shouldn't even know that exists right now,
Right.
because
approved
he's
it.
going,
We just
gave
approved
him.
using them as a bidding source.
Because they've already done it.
Sounds like it.
Okay, so.
Well,
But you-
it's a real easy operation. We contact our dealer, they contact the vendor works through Sourcewell, they do it on a regular basis with hundreds of cities all the time. And so I can reach out to Sourcewell again tomorrow and say, well, I'll actually be working through the vendor, because the Pierce Manufacturing, they have staff that's all they do is work with Sourcewell and HGEC. And I'll confirm the number that I have here, that's what's gonna be on your
Well,
purchase
because, yes,
agreement.
Roger, I'm thinking this through, so that's why I asked before, I said, we were approving you to do that, but you've already got that, so then now you're asking us to approve what you've already got, basically, which is a contract. So that would be, I'm guessing there's a
And I'll-
separate item on it.
And I'll make
This wouldn't be
sure
on- This
that,
wouldn't be on tonight,
No,
as far as approving
so
the
then
contract.
we wanna come back and,
I don't know when, that won't, unless we do a special meeting, that won't happen until January, right?
Correct.
So that was my assumption, I guess, reading this says we approved the bidding consortium, not a bid that we already had for a new ladder truck. So I get where you're coming from, that you're wanting to know, what did we approve? We approved you to use them to get us
Because
the bid.
that was the motion made from the PNF meeting.
Okay. That's what I
Was
thought,
this-
And that's what we just approved.
That's what you just approved.
okay, I'll reach out to them,
yeah.
and then,
And
I
I
will-
think the council needs to see it
yep,
to approve it,
okay,
before we approve it, okay?
And I also wanna see what it does to the bond and.
Right,
And
so I
how
don't know
that
if that's gonna
affects-
happen or not, but
Yeah,
you know, that, now, the bid has to be signed by the 31st, that's where you're at too, right?
mhm.
You know, we've approved to get a bid, so.
Yeah, I think maybe, so what's fresh on this topic here is resend that projection of our general obligation debt capacity from the bond that shows that, might end back out to us, so everybody has it.
Yeah.
Search the email, and it shows what's falling off and what's coming on, and the proposed time with the debt limit and stuff.
and if it shifts a year earlier, how does that affect us? as
Correct,
well?
and that's what
Also.
my question was a little bit
Right.
earlier, like if this is something okay that we go on that route, but in reference to, so. and we
Like, I
may-
think it says like the exact month that would be best for us to bond. On this
Is a
spreadsheet,
strict schedule,
yeah.
and is all under the assumption of 48-month build time, so that's all, the whole bonding thing was built upon that timeline. We pay for it on delivery
Yeah, but I think you're right, the council needs to see that reworked,
as a contract,
yeah,
not a quote.
before they approve that, so. All right,
Is that,
Yeah,
so yeah,
good.
so that's where we're at with that. Okay, thank you for explaining it. General report. You want to fire off a general report?
I am.
Show of hands.
Pictures?
Yeah, you got any photos?
Show and tell.
Got the new
Come on, Ashley.
Oh, no
software
pictures.
director on the other side over here.
I mean, it's
She
her
wore the
first,
other one out, so yeah.
it's her first council meeting, isn't she doing a good job?
Good job.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Susan.
Tim Miller got the final plans for the river access project submitted. Municipal Pipe Tool will be in town until the 20th of December and then back in January to finish. They're hoping to be done by January 15th with everything. Downtown upper story facade grant applications will be available January 2nd and they are due back January 31st. And then city facilities are closed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. And that's all they have.
Otherwise, it's a smooth, well-oiled machine. Thank you.
Your turn.
Any questions for Ashley? Fire away. No, thanks for what you're doing. Under my report, I have
it's not great.
Oh, it's great.
to reappoint Sharon Lukey to the Harlan Historical Preservation Committee for a 3-year term that would expire December 31st of 2027. I reached out to her, she said somebody already reached out to her, asked her, they had a meeting today, and she was excited to be doing the three. She's done a number of years on that committee. They're doing a great job. Kyle, you're our liaison to that committee. And we get tons and tons of comments about our downtown. And it's one of those things, it's been a good project, and I'm happy that we continue to do that every year. So, is there a motion to reappoint Sharon Lukey?
Motion.
No, second.
Is that Lindbergh, I'm guessing, with a motion, and Shaven with a second?
Roll call Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Thank you.
The only addition I have on my report would be that we did go through the process. It is in our notes, our minutes. Interviews were conducted, and we invited Jarvis Ganja to our meeting tonight to sit in and kind of watch what we do. And pending the process, we will look to offer a contract sometime in January and see if this will work out for us and him. So appreciate you coming by tonight and spending some time with us and going through the process with us. So,
He hasn't gotten up and run out.
nope, I don't see any tears in his eyes. What did I get myself into?
We'll wait till you guys get into the budget again.
Yeah, that was a snippet of what we go through.
He's sharpening his pencil on his bottom here.
You know, buy a couple extra pens.
Yeah, but he was a credit union guy, so they just throw money left and right. They don't really care, so.
All right, with that, we'll go to the next money throwing around our guy, Shelby County Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Todd Believe.
Exactly, yeah. In fact, the first thing I'm gonna talk about tonight is throwing money around. Thank you for the time. Just a reminder to you and to the community that right now, we're right in the middle of our Shop and Win promotion that's taking place. So through December 21st, how this works is as people go in and shop with chamber member businesses that have the Keep the Cheer Here signs in their windows, for every $25 they'll get a raffle ticket. And then we'll collect all of those on December 22nd. And then on January 2nd, we will pull the winners, and first place is $500. So it's just an incentive. This is something we started during the COVID year to get people to shop local, and we've just continued it since then. So it's a really good program. I've talked to multiple business owners downtown, and they just love the program because it brings a lot of people in. Ashley mentioned the holiday hours for the city. For the chamber, we will close at noon on December 24th, and then we won't reopen until January 2nd. So if people want gift certificates, things like that, they just need to make sure that they come and get them before noon on the 24th. There's going to be a Christmas caroling event on Thursday at Faith Family Church. They'll meet at the church. At 5:30 they'll have hot cocoa and homemade cookies, and then they'll go to Hanson House in Elm Crest to sing, and the whole public is invited to join them. There'll also be another community Christmas sing-along on Friday at 6 o'clock at Milk and Honey. You can bring your instruments, you can just come to sing. They'll have their kitchen open and their bar open. And then finally, and we got a chance to see this when we were doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's really cool. But on December 20th from 6 to 7, the Lyde Irwin Library, the public library, is going to have it's just a come see their Santa open house. What they did is they asked people just to bring in their Santa decorations that they have, and they're all over the library. It looks fantastic, and it's a lot of fun to just check it out. So that's 6 to 7 on Friday the 20th. And other than that, that's all I have for tonight.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tom. Next up is the man of the hour. Claiming he's generating votes for the mayor. What can you do next, Joe, to generate interest in HMU for us? Joe Ruschenberg,
He doesn't
take
have
it
a
away.
binder though, so I'm kind of.
If anyone thinks that I'm involved in this somehow, I have nothing to do. Joe's in charge.
Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Just a couple updates is all I have on our projects. The water project, we're attempting to try to get well 35, the deep well, drilled. I think we've come to the realization that we're not probably going to get the well house and everything completed this year. We'll probably run into spring. The thought process at this point is that we're gonna at least get Cahoy Pump Service is gonna try to get the well in place as far as drilled and the casing in place. And then it looked like spring that we would probably end up finishing the project with the well house, piping, and all the connections. It looks like at this point we've talked with USDA as far as our interim financing through the local banks. We're gonna go ahead and probably close out that USDA loan, hopefully January, February timeframe. Pay off those interim loans just so we can reduce that cost of the interest that we're paying on that interim financing. And then start with the permanent financing on that end for what's completed to this point. But like I said, I think the weather's not gonna hold for us, so I think as far as trying to attempt to keep moving forward with that project, we just thought it's gonna be probably better off talking with the contractor to at least get just the well drilled, get the casing in place, and then kind of put it on hold till spring when we can start up and finish things instead of fighting the weather. So that's where we're sitting out on a water project. Our overhead to underground project, contractor Burns Electric still in town, just moving along. They're ahead of schedule. Looks like there shouldn't be any issues with them finishing up in the time frame that they were allotted. Just working throughout town, setting equipment, pulling wire, hooking up services. So, I don't know if there's any questions on either one of those two projects. Yes?
Are you still running 2 shifts on the drilling of the well?
Yeah, they were, then they weren't, but now they are again. I think here tonight they'll be running again to try to get it drilled out so they can start setting casing yet this week and get that grouted and the gravel pack set. And like I said, once they get to that point, get it grouted, get it sealed, I think they'll probably plan on just walking away from it until spring, until the weather's more favorable. But there was just a lot of issues with things, breakdowns with their equipment, and trying to get things done. So it's just like we weren't gonna, no use trying to fight it any longer, I guess is what we kind of decided. So, but other than that, I guess any other questions on those two? And I don't know, on our gas leak Friday, still like to thank everybody that was involved in that project. As far as I think things went very smooth. Turned out, we had a press release that went out yesterday, more or less to explain kind of what happened. We had an existing valve, the flange cracked on, and that's where we had the gas leak at there on 4th and Hill. They did get the main, at least the flow stopped there at that site to where they could get a new valve, or replace that old valve with a new valve, so everything's back, obviously back up and running. So, I don't know if there's any questions or concerns on that either. But like I said, I think everyone in the community there again, kind of like with our water leak, it seemed like we pulled together so, and worked through the situation. So very proud of that.
It's been a busy couple months.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully telecommunications and electric station.
Yeah, we don't need any more.
Yeah.
The electric department's going to church this weekend.
We've got water, we've got gas now.
All of them, we're mandating it.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Glad it's all working out. Next up, Shelby County Sheriff's update. Deputy Butler.
First off, Deputy Renko graduated last Friday, so he's back with us. Long 4 months.
Congratulations.
Top academic award as well, by the way. So, pretty good
Were
accolades
you a
for him.
tutor, Chad?
What's that?
You was tutor?
No. That's him. So, he's back, he'll start FTO, Ethan Beerley, which I brought a month ago. So he should be on the back side of his FTO the next few shifts, and then Ren will start his. So hopefully shortly after the first of the year, those two will be fully on the road. We're still working in our field training officer program.
You have to talk English to us.
Yeah, sorry. Field training officer program. So With a certified officer, it typically runs a little bit shorter. It's a 16-week program for a non-certified. Certifieds could be 4 to 16 depending upon their level of experience. So that's where those two are at. We're still in the hiring process. We had a couple of interviews yesterday. We have another physical agility test this Friday, and hopefully either Friday afternoon or probably Monday we'll extend a conditional offer of employment to one of our 4 finalists as of now. 2 of those are certified officers. One's a certified out-of-state officer and one is a non-certified officer. So we'll see how that goes. Our November report, we had 12 accidents, 27 citations, 82 traffic warnings, 13 arrests, 0 criminal mischiefs, 1 theft, 311 contacts, 2 welfare checks, 4 residential or business alarms, and 1 animal complaint. Any questions for us? We will be closing at noon on Christmas Eve and close Christmas Day. That's our holiday.
The office, the deputies will still be.
Is it crime? Is
Stuff,
just-
a lot of people will
take that
still
time
be
off too,
deputies
yeah.
on the road 24/7, jail will still be open, they will still serve a nice meal if you would like Christmas dinner in the jail, we can accommodate. No presents, still.
No presents unfortunately.
So how about New Year's Eve is coming up as well?
Yep.
In the past, our law enforcement have provided rides
Yep.
or ride share.
Yep, we
Is
will
that
do that,
in the
if
plans?
available to do so, we will give rides home. Yep. We'd rather that than have people drive, so. And I guess I shouldn't speak, but I don't know if Nicasol Solutions is doing anything. I know he has given some rides for other things, but I don't know if he's doing any of that, but I can't throw that out there for sure.
It would just be requested that they would call the non-emergent number.
And be
Right.
patient, because it might be, you might want to go home right now, but we might be doing something and not get there right when you want, so. But yeah, we will do that.
And what's the non-emergency number?
755-5026.
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ren.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Glad to be able.
Yeah, 16 weeks, that'd be a long time to wait.
Any comments from the public? Nothing from Mr. Sheehan?
Sheehan, so you can see that.
Any comments from this side of the, no, I guess your public too, no.
Wish everybody a happy holiday. We'll be here for you now. Down to New Year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rotate. Richard has to come over here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
change is hard.
Made it all the way around.
There, Adjust
see
the
what's
hearing aids
there.
and hear voices. All right, with that, meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
That'll be the rotation.